When animals attack. Let's talk about that for a second. And if you've ever been attacked by an animal, not like bitten by a dog, but like if you've ever really like been attacked by an animal, 969-BULL, 866-346-BULL. Here's a young man that is very lucky that things didn't turn out worse for him in this incident. 7th grader, and his name is Kevin Cox of Bend, Oregon, and he was out in the woods. He was actually in the woods because he was training for some sort of a cross-country run or something, and he's out in the woods, and he's running, and well, he has a visitor out there. There's a deer out in the woods, and the deer doesn't really attack him in the sense that you would think of being attacked by an animal. It seemed more like the deer wasn't mad at him. It seemed more like the deer really, really liked him.
I thought it'd be pretty cool to pet a deer, so I walked up and started petting this deer, and then it jumped on my back, so I pushed it off and started walking away. And I looked back and I saw it running after me, and that really scared me. So I just started running away, and I thought it was kind of funny at first until, it ran after me for a good about 7 minutes. I didn't know what the deer was going to do to me when it caught up. And I was running around in circles, trying to get it to stop following me, and it kept on following me, and that was kind of creepy. It caught up to me, and then it jumped on my back and started licking my ear, so I pushed it off, and it started licking my ear again. So I just kept on running, and there were coaches with sweatshirts, and they yelled at me to come towards them. So I ran towards them, and they shooed the deer off with their sweatshirts. The coaches said that it wanted the salt from the sweat on my back. I think it was using me as a human salt lick.
There's about 900 things in there that are funny.
Okay, yeah, we got to parse this. Okay? Okay.
Start at the beginning.
Okay, we'll start over. This is the boy's story. He's in the woods. He sees a deer.
I thought it'd be pretty cool to pet a deer. So
well, I guess.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Okay, who wouldn't like to pet a deer?
Nobody.
So you're like, I'll walk over, I'll pet the deer. Mm-hmm. If the deer doesn't run away, there might be a problem.
I thought it'd be pretty cool to pet a deer, so I walked up and started petting this deer, and then it jumped on my back. So
Okay. He starts petting the deer, and then it jumps on his back. At this point, the boy doesn't seem very concerned about that.
Pushed it off and started walking away, and I looked back and I saw it running after me. And that
Okay, now the deer's running after him. Then it becomes a time frame issue.
Right.
How long did he run away from the deer?
really scared me. So I just started running away, and I thought it was kind of funny at first until, you know, it ran after me for a good about 7 minutes.
So he's now...
The deer has 7 minutes invested in chasing this kid.
And
now.
what's really funny to me is, and I think he says it next, is that he's running in circles. That's really funny.
I didn't know what the deer was going to do to me when it caught up.
Well, I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
And I was running around in circles trying to get it to stop following me, and it kept on following me, and that was kind of creepy.
He goes in that. I tried to quit following me, and it wouldn't quit following me. That was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got up to me, and then it jumped on my back and started licking my ear. So I pushed it off, and it started licking my ear again. So I just kept on running, and there were coaches with sweatshirts.
Okay, that ought to do it.
Yeah.
Coaches with sweatshirts.
Yeah.
That really ought to scare the deer away.
And they yelled at me to come towards them. So I ran towards them, and they shooed the deer off.
They shooted the deer, he said. They shooted the deer. Is that what he said?
No.
They shooted the deer?
No, they shooed the deer.
They shoot him?
Shoot him.
With sweatshirts? Would you use shoes to shoe a deer?
With their sweatshirts.
No, they used sweatshirts.
The coaches said that it wanted the salt from the sweat on my back. I think it was using me as a human salt lick.
Okay. So now, do you think the coaches, they saw this 7-minute slow speed chase?
In a circle.
Where the circle. So the deer keeps getting on the kid's back, and they shoo the deer away. And do you think they had to huddle up and say, what are we going to tell him? Let's tell him that the deer liked the salt on his ear.
Good Lord.
And let's tell him that the deer wanted to use him as a salt lick. Okay, you ready? Break. Yeah, The deer really wanted to use you as a salt lick. So that's what was going on. So go ahead on national television and tell your story. Go right ahead. Animals attack. Well, we have some real animal attack stories here. Aaron is on the phone. Hi, Aaron.
Hi.
Have you ever been attacked?
I have.
By what?
A moose.
Really?
Yeah.
Now tell me the story. How did it happen?
It was when I was a little younger. We were living up in Alaska, and my mom, my dad, and a friend of mine, we all went cross-country skiing on the military base down there. And, we were just going along, and if you've ever been skiing, you can't hear stuff.
You can't hear anything.
Yeah. So I was in the middle of this clearing, and I looked up, and there was a moose that got onto our trail. My dad and my friend were already back behind some trees because I saw the moose coming, and I'm about 9, freaked out, so I just start skiing to get out of the way because I had nothing to hide behind. And the moose just started running right for me, pinned its ears. I mean, it was only a baby moose, but its shoulder was about 6 feet tall or so. And I jumped right under a tree with about, a foot maybe to work with before he would have just gone right after me.
Well, but you got to cover in time that the moose wasn't able to harm you?
Just barely.
Did you guys have to hide out for a while, or did the moose just go away?
It went away up there. The moose, their legs are so long, they just like to get into something where they can move around. And he just got spooked. But
wow, well, at least it wasn't a 7-minute slow-speed chase like this. 7 minutes. Well, it's a good thing he was training for a race. Yeah, because there was 7 good minutes of exercise he got in there. Hey, thanks a lot for calling in, Aaron. Yeah, give up skiing. That's a good good lesson learned there. Thank you very much. I think Dawn was attacked. Hey, Dawn. Hi, what kind of animal?
A crow.
A crow?
A crow. A group of crows.
Now, why would they attack you? Did you have some kind of rotten meat on you or something?
No. I was probably about 6 or 7, and there were some crows. It was here in St. Louis, was on top of cars, and me and my sister were making noises at them, and they flew away, and we were playing in our backyard, and about 5 of them came back and started attacking, and my sister ran one way, and I just kind of froze, and they started like pecking at my head, and my dad had to come out with a baseball bat and kill them.
You're going to give me a swell head.
Your dad actually was able to hit them with baseball bats?
He hit one. I remember him hitting one of them, and I guess the other ones flew away. Jeez. And they had called the police, and it was...
That is absolutely amazing. Yeah. I mean, you have to have really been traumatized by that. Are you, if you see birds outside, I mean, are you to this day, are you still like afraid?
To this day, if I see a crow, my husband will caw at me.
Wow, I could really see someone being traumatized by that.
Yeah, by a crow?
Being attacked by a crow. That is a big, scary bird.
No.
Have you ever seen a crow up close?
No.
It is a big, powerful bird.
Oh.
It'll peck you in the head.
I eat crow.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for calling in, Dawn.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Let's go to Mark. Hello, Mark.
Yeah.
You been attacked by an animal?
Yeah, it was a bull.
Okay. Is this a real story, or are you trying to make a pun?
No, really. It was a bull. We were bucking bales.
He was bucking bales.
And the farmers, we were talking about it. The guy goes, "Oh, he won't bother you." We had our backs to it, and it started walking our way, and we're not paying attention, throwing bales on the wagon. And it came and it hit me right in the middle, the square of the small of the back.
Oh.
So I kind of freaked. I was like, what the hell? So I ran towards the wagon. Well, it started chasing. Well, I got under the wagon. It flipped the wagon. And and by this time, the farmer jumped off. He's trying to shoot away. Well, then he had a shock stick, and he hit it, and it took off. But that scared the living heck out of you.
Well, I bet it would scare the living heck out of you.
That'd scare a lot more than heck out of me.
I don't even have any.
That would too. I suppose of all the animals, that come and charging after you is a full-size angry bull.
My dad had a great white bull attack him one time. He was on our front porch in the middle of the night. Dad heard a knocking at the door, went downstairs in his underwear.
Wait.
Opened the door, and there's a bull on the front.
Okay, he's attacked. Let's parse this one. Okay. Your dad was attacked by a great white bull.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a shark, actually, isn't it?
There are white bulls.
Land shark.
The bull knocked at the door.
Candy Graham. Candy Graham.
Pick up his hoof.
I love candy. And then it was a great white bull. Are you sure that's what they're called?
I don't know. It was a big white bull.
No.
You said a great white bull.
Yeah, you said great white
Great
bull.
white, whatever. Big.
Okay.
It was huge.
So your dad goes into the door in his underwear.
Answers the door, and there's a bull on our front porch. So they ended up getting out, and he called the farmer who it belonged to. They went out in the field and was chasing it with the truck, and it ended up turning around and putting its horns right through the front end of the truck, piercing the radiator, and the truck wouldn't move past there.
Was your dad in his underwear in the truck?
With his buddy?
Remember.
So in the middle of the night, he came home and told your mom, I was just sleeping, and there was a knock at the door, and this great white bull said, hey, come on out. And so I got in the truck with my friend, and we chased him around, and he pierced my radiator.
I think it's amazing.
Next thing I know, I come home at 3:30 in the morning with no truck, and I'm in my underwear. That's what happened, I swear to you.
And she's like, yeah, right.
Right.
Bulls can't knock.